Hello everyone, ARG back with some more Franchise Hockey Manager 8, where we are going to continue our quest as the Ottawa Senators to find the impending Great Sword of Doom. Wait, I don't think that's how it works. Alright, so we're obviously trying to win a Stanley Cup over here. I've changed where my camera is. If you feel strongly about it, let me know. I just feel that, like, if I'm talking, if I'm reading the chat and everything, and that I'm talking, like, I'm facing the camera at least. So, anyway, very small thing, but just something new that I am trying here. So, today we are going to be playing January of 2024, and we had kind of a up and down month in December where we kind of won one, lost one. Or no, it started with a loss actually, but anyway, so we didn't do all that great in December. Hey FJ, what's up, buddy? So we kind of slid to third in the East here, so we're not doing bad. We're definitely not doing bad, but yeah, we didn't have as great a month in December as we did in November. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Taking it easy over here too. I'm gonna do a quick stream and then I'm gonna go and go ahead and make dinner. Yeah, we're all right. We're third in the East. Looks like we're gonna be able to at least be in the playoffs. Hopefully we are not swept by the Leafs this time. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started here soon. So I have a I know, right? I'm gonna be able to go hunt with a club here pretty soon. So I have a follower on Discord that has put together a nice little challenge list. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at that eventually. Give me a day or two, and I'm gonna get at the same level as Joe Thornton. So yeah, I have a user on Discord that put together like a challenge, and I think I'm gonna try and tackle it down after I win a cup with the Suns. So I don't know how long it's gonna take me to win a cup with the Suns. Might be in Franchise Hockey Manager 9 that I take is, or I should say their challenge. But anyway, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started here in January. So yeah. Alright, so yeah, we are going to start January for one road game in Tampa Bay against the Lightning. Lightning is 20-11-1. That's good for 7th in the East. We are 1-1 against the Lightning this season. Let's play this game. Let's see what happens. We are without Patty Kane. He's hurt for a couple games. Alright. So we're going to have Filip Gustavsson in net. Andrei Vasilevsky is going to be in net for Tampa Bay. And of course, go Sens go now. Screw the Habs. Although the Habs made a really good move yesterday, I think, by hiring Marie-Philippe Poulin to be in the organization. I think that's a good move. All right. Oh, we start the month with a loss. That's not good. 2-1 loss on the road here in Tampa Bay to get started in January. We outshot Tampa Bay 42-32. Braden Point was the first star of the game. He had an assist. Juraj Slavkovsky was the second star with a goal. And Andrei Vasilevsky was the third star with 41 saves. Pretty good performance. He does deserve a star there. All right, so nobody scored in the first. Do you think that the Habs take Shane Wright? Nobody scored in the first, second period. Juraj Slavkovsky scored from Shane Pinto and Nino Niederreiter. It was 1-0 Sens after 2. But then in the third period, Tampa Bay scored two fairly quick goals. It was 2-1, and there were still 16-15 left to go in the third period. We just couldn't tie the game. I don't know, there's like on the French forums that I'm reading, there's starting to be some rumbles of maybe they're gonna go for a Slafkovsky. It's worth what it's worth, right? It's only people talking. It doesn't it's not like Hughes went on camera and said, "Yeah, I think we're gonna take Slafkovsky," you know. But I don't know, the forums that I read started to post a few different articles where it's talking about how Shane Wright doesn't have all that great work ethic and everything. So I don't know. And then there's people that think that the Abs are gonna go for Cooley instead because he has a higher ceiling offensively. So I don't know. Matt Dumba's back from suspension in my universe. Now he plays for Colorado, back in the lineup over there. Mark Giordano has reached 600 points in his career with an assist against the Canucks. Mark Giordano is 40 years old and he is a 3-star player. Eugene Melnick is happy with my work, including yesterday's loss. We went 6-6-2, so that's not all that great. Patrick Kane is feeling better, that's good. Alright. And then new nationalities. All right. So now we have a couple days off. We're gonna be back home for a quick game, and then we're gonna go back on the road, and then yeah, it looks like we're alternating a lot for this particular segment here. So this schedule is weird. Now you shouldn't hurt yourself. Yeah, we'll see. I think that we'll see if he becomes as good as Bergeron. No one could stop Johnny Gaudreau. He had a hat-trick, 3 goals against the Nashville Predator. Kane Nielsen in the minors improves at right wing. That's good. Patrick Kane close to returning. Yes, please. Yeah, he's. Let's say like Ryan O'Reilly. Let's not forget that this year's draft is not considered to be super strong. I think Ryan O'Reilly is a pretty fine player. Yeah, and he's a pretty good two-way player as well. So I think that if Montreal ends up with Ryan O'Reilly, that they could do a lot worse than that. Right, so a lot of players put on. Lots of players on waivers. So Josh Dunn, Duncan Keith, Jesper Fast, Julien Gauthier, Austin Watson, Cole Bardreau, and Jesse Ellenen. Oh, look at that. And Patrick Kane is fully recovered. Woohoo! And another day off. I had 4 days off in a row. Peter DeBoer got fired right before Vegas comes and play against us. So they might be motivated to win the next game. That's not good for us. Right, Peter DeBoer got fired. Ryan McGill has been named the new coach in Vegas. Alex Pietrangelo has achieved 600 points in his career. He got an assist against Florida. Pietrangelo is 33 years old. He's a 3.5-star player. Strong night for Anthony Duclair, still in Florida. He had a hat-trick against Vegas in that same game. Yeah, so I don't know if you're familiar with Pronman. He's one of the biggest guy that makes projections for prospects and everything. And he just flipped his tune, and in his book, Slafkovsky should be first, but he also said that the difference between number 1 and 5 is like really small, and it's very rare that you see it like that. So I don't know. It's worth what it is. Blake Wieder has been put on the block here by the Jets. Yeah, it's a head scratcher. I don't know what I would do, to be honest. Well, first of all, if I was the GM of the Montreal Canadiens, I probably would try to fuck them over, right? So I probably am not the best judge of character at this point. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that Montreal realized how much it sucked to lose Dano. I mean, Dano wasn't a superstar, but he was a lot better than people may, believed he was. He was doing a lot of great things for the Habs, and Alright, so Vegas is in town. They are 18-17-2. We are 1-0 against Vegas. We did beat them 5-4 in Vegas earlier this season. Now they are coming in fresh off of, I believe, a loss, and their coach got fired. They have a new coach. They're going to be motivated here. Robin Lehner is going to be facing his former team for Vegas. Philip Gustafsson in net for the Sens. Of course, go, Sens, go. I need a W here, please. Thank you, 5-1 win. New coach did not instill anything in his new team, and we outshot Vegas 34-16 in that one. Drake Batterson first star of the game, a goal and an assist. Brady Tkachuk second star with a goal and an assist, and Dougie Hamilton third star with 2 goals. We had a sellout crowd in Ottawa for that game, 17,000 right on the dot. Brady Tkachuk opened up the scoring in the first from Angus Cruikshank and Neil Pionk. Then Dougie Hamilton scored on the power play unassisted. It was 2-0 Sens. Then Vegas scored, made it 2-1, and then we had another goal in the tank. Drake Batterson from Josh Norris and Brady Tkachuk, 3-1 Ottawa after 1. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know that your line at C needs to be strong. It really does. You're not going to be winning consistently with weak centers. In the second period, Dougie Hamilton scored again from Drake Batterson, and Mason Shaw made it 4-1 Ottawa at that point. And then in the third period, Eric Brandstrom scored his 10th on the power play from Patrick Kane and Thomas Chabot. It was a 5-1 victory for the Sens. Very convincing win on home ice, which is nice. I wasn't trying to make a rhyme here, it just happened like that. Do you think Tampa Bay is going to make it to the finals against Colorado? I do. I think they will. I lost my bet anyway, but maybe Gould. I don't know. Maybe not. But I think that of all the defensemen in the system for the Habs, I think that if there's going to be a true number one, it's going to be Gould. Brendan Gallagher extends his goal streak to 5 games. Wow, Brendan Gallagher scores a lot more in my sim than he does in real life anymore. So he did score a goal against the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I to remember for Austin Matthews in that same game, he had 3 goals against the Habs. Connor McDavid reaches 300 goals. He had a goal and 2 assists against the Colorado Avalanche. McDavid is 26 and, of course, a 5-star player. Evander Kane has a great game in that same game. He had 3 goals and an assist. Yeah, my pick when the brackets came out was Carolina against Calgary, so I whiffed. Right, we have a day off, and then we're going to play one quick road game in Toronto against the Leafs. Yeah, that's sad. But I didn't know that at the time. It was right before the playoffs started. Right, Chris Wagner has been put on waivers. I'm not gonna pick him up. And now Toronto. All right, so Toronto is 25-8-7. That's good for first in the East. However, we are 2-0 against the Leafs this season, so hopefully we can translate some of that winning mojo into this game so that we can start catching up with them at the top. We're going to go with Matt Murray in net for this game. Ian Scott is going to be in net for Toronto, and of course, go Sens go. Let's keep Austin Matthews in check, please. 4-3 victory here for the Sens on the road in Toronto. Pretty good game. I think that it would be Dominik Hasek on top of my head. You can go ahead and do a quick Google if you want, but I am pretty confident with my answer. Because when Hasek made it and won the cup with Detroit, he was pretty old. Alright, so we outshot Toronto 40-34. Patrick Kane was the first star of the game. He had a goal and an assist. Mitch Marner was the second star with a goal and an assist. And Brady Tkachuk was the third star with a goal and an assist. Hey, Jerome, not it. Right, so Artem Zub opened up the scoring in the first with his fifth of the season from Patrick Kane and Brady Tkachuk. Then Patrick Kane scored on the power play from Tim Stützle and Eric Brandstrom. 2-0 Sens at that point. Toronto scored, made it 2-1, and then Tim Stützle scored from Angus Cruikshank and Lassie Thompson. It was 3-1 Ottawa after one. Then Toronto would tie the game in the second period, made it 3-3, but before the end of the period, Brady Tkachuk scored unassisted. It was a 4-3 lead after two. Thank you. And the 4-3 score would hold, of course, until the end of the game. So we won 4-3. Pretty nice game in Toronto, top of the Eastern Conference. So it's pretty good that we won this game, I think. Makes me feel special. Great night for Clayton Keller. He had 3 goals and an assist against the Devils. Pretty good game indeed. Oh, Gabe Vilardi is out in LA. Out for 3 weeks with a 60-stitch facial cut. Jesus. Who took the shovel to his face? Tyson Barrie extends his assist streak to 8 games with an assist against the Florida Panthers. Ha! You wish. You wish. We're able to pay our players, thank you very much. We just don't pay them very much. Alright, a couple days off and then we're going to be hosting the Boston Bruins. Who is Bob Nutting? Right, lots of news here today. Mitch Marner has a strong game for the Leafs. He had 3 goals and an assist against the Philadelphia Flyers. Oh dear God. Why do you wish that on me? There are several groups that are interested in buying the Sens, by the way. And one of them has Daniel Alfredson involved, I think. Brad Marchand extends his goal streak to 5 games. He had a goal and an assist against Pittsburgh. That was 12 straight games with a point for him. David Pastrnak extends his point streak to 12 games with an assist against Pittsburgh as well. Oh, what do you think of the rumors about Pastrnak being on the block in real life, not in my game? Matt Duchesne has produced 300 goals in his career. He had a goal and an assist against Vancouver. Matt Duchesne is 32 and he is a 3.5-star player. No suspension for Carolina's Teravainen. So still in the lineup over there. Tyson Barrie's assist streak ended at 8 games. No points here against the Hurricanes. And no one could stop Seth Jarvis in that same game. He had a hat-trick against the Oilers. Alright, Boston's going to be in town. They are 16-24. That's good for 14th in the East. We are 0-1 against the Bruins this season. Let's beat them. We're on home ice. So I would like a W, please. Jeremy Swayman is going to be in net for the Bruins. Philip Gustafsson in net for the Sens. And of course, go Sens. And a 6-4 victory. Interesting. You know the Sens really need a top 6 forward and preferably on the right side. So Pasternak straight up for Nikita Zaitsev. Alright, so a nice 6-4 victory at home against Boston. We outshot them 40-29. Parker Kelly was the first star of the game. He had 3 assists. Tage Thompson was the second star with 2 assists. And Eric Brandstrom was the third star with a goal. Alright, sellout crowd here in Ottawa against Boston, 17,000 right on the dot. Suns scored 3 times in the first period. Drake Batterson from Mason Shaw and Parker Kelly. Then Josh Norris from Neil Pionk and Nino Niederreiter. And then Angus Cruikshank from Juraj Slavkovsky and Parker Kelly. 3-0 Suns after 1. Then in the second period, Boston scored 3 goals of their own. So it was a 3-3 game after 2. Then we went into the third period. Brady Tkachuk scored shorthanded from Parker Kelly and Neil Pionk. Then 5-3 Ottawa with Angus Cruikshank scoring from Juraj Slavkovsky and Josh Norris. Then Boston came to within 1. It was 5-4. And then Eric Brandstrom scored in an empty net to seal the deal from Dougie Hamilton and Drake Batterson. It was a 6-4 victory. The Sens need a high-scoring winger as well to play with Tim Stützle. Stop trying to send Pasternak to New Jersey. Why can't you want to send him to Ottawa instead? I should deserve good things from time to time. Yeah, but exactly, we need another right winger. Formenton's a left winger and he's more of a third line guy. Alright, Max Gilden and Will Riley are on waivers. Brad Marchand extends his point streak to 13 games. He had an assist against us. David Pasternak extends his point streak to 13 games with a goal against us. And Artur Ristolainen extends his goal streak to 5 games with a goal against the Colorado Avalanche. Oh my, yeah, no. You have no idea how bad Zaitsev is at hockey. It is terrible. Ooh, Philadelphia's trying to move Claude Giroux. They did in real life a few years ago. I mean, in real life it was this year, but for the purpose of my sim, it was a few years ago. Yeah, Wade Redden was not bad when he was playing for the Sens. He just got into some personal problems after he got dealt to the Rangers or signed with the Rangers. Alright, so we are in Colorado now to play against the Avalanche. Avalanche is 18-24-1. Not the Colorado Avalanche that we know from this year that have made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. We haven't played Colorado this season. Let's take a look at their team here. Well, we're not going to be facing Nazem Kadri. Karma's a bitch, buddy. You have a broken kneecap. That'll teach you a lesson or 12. In net, Colorado has Darcy Kumper and Miner. And then Liverman, Icketts, Girard, Byron, Dumba, Makar, Prisky on D. And then up front they have Landeskog, Ranta, Delcole, Asplund, RV Pinar, Murray, McKinnon, Uok, Foodie is hurt, not gonna play. Bocage, Kivi Ranton, Nikushkin, Rantanen is hurt, not gonna play, and Henry. Alright, so a couple decent players out for Colorado. Let's take advantage of that and win. Alright. We are going to send Philip Gustafsson in net for that one. Darcy Kumper is going to be in net for Colorado. And of course, go Sens! A 4-2 victory on the road. Now, it's always tough for hockey teams to go play in Colorado because of the altitude. Hockey is a pretty fast-paced sport. But we went in there and won 4-2. We outshot Colorado 39-26. Neil Pionk was the first star of the game. He had 2 goals and an assist. Samuel Girard was the second star with an assist. And Tim Stützle was the third star with a goal. Right, Colorado opened up the scoring in the first. Then we scored 3 straight goals. Neil Pionk from Mason Shaw. Then Tim Stützle from Drake Batterson and Neil Pionk. Dougie Hamilton from Igor Sokolov and Shane Pinto. And then Colorado scored before the end of the period. It was 3-2 Ottawa after 1. Then in the second period, Neil Pionk scored again from Angus Cruikshank and Juraj Slavkovsky, 4-2, and that's the end of the game. A nice 4-2 victory in Colorado. I will take that any day of the week. Anytime. I take another one right now. Oh, Avalanche made... So the loss makes... the loss against me is making the Avalanche think about the future of their coaching staff. So Jared Bednar might lose his job as the coach in Colorado. Colorado doesn't have a good record, 18-25-1. That's pretty lousy for the quality of the team that they have. Brad Marchand extends his point streak to 14 games with a goal against the Kraken. Pasternak, 14 game as well, with an assist in that same game. Strong game for Jake Gunsel in Pittsburgh. He had a hat-trick against Washington. And Austin Matthews extends his point streak to 12 games with a goal against the Wild. Alright, we have a day off. Then we're going to be in Florida to play against the Panthers. Have you been playing anything, FJ? And Jerome Nalette, what are you playing right now? Are you still playing your Arizona save? All right. Jeremy Groslo has been put on waivers by the Devils. Igor Afanasyev has a good game. He had a hat-trick against the Stars. Tell me more. Rumor has Alexander Radulov thinking about retirement. So Radulov is in Philly right now. He's 37 years old and he's thinking about retiring at the end of the season. Right, we're in Florida playing against the Panthers. Panthers are 23-16-3. That's good for 6th in the East. Not too bad. We are 2-0 against Florida this season. Let's beat them again. Please. Please, let me win. Philip Gustafsson is going to be in net for the Sens. Spencer Knight in net for Florida. And of course, go Sens. Oh, we lost that one 6-3. You need to do better. Florida outshot us 44-39. Anton Lundell was the first star of the game. He had 3 assists. Owen Tippett was the second star with an assist, and Frank Vetrano was the third star with a goal. Alright, so Florida scored first in the first period, then Tim Stützle scored his 20th from Eric Brandstrom and Drake Batterson. Then Florida scored again. It was 2-1 Florida after 1. Lots of penalties there, and Dougie Hamilton got a boarding major. Oh, that's interesting. Ties in the regular season. I like that. And I hate the 3-batter rule, so good on you to take that out. I would think that the Royals would be a fairly decent challenge, I would think. They have an okay team, but, you know, you have work to do, I believe. Alright, in the second period, Juraj Slavkovsky scored from Alex Formenton and Artem Zub, tied at 2 after 2. And in the third period, Florida scored twice, made it 4-2. Then Patrick Kane scored his 15th on the power play from Thomas Chabot and Tim Stützle, made it 4-3 Florida. And they would add 2 more goals, and it was a 6-3 loss for us. Nino Niederreiter is injured. That might be our... And Dougie Hamilton is injured as well. Wow, okay. Actually, Hamilton might be suspended. He got a 5-minute major. Yeah, they must be getting up in age. Greinke for sure. Perez must be getting up in age too, especially for a catcher. Yeah, that's the first... that's our first, like, real injury this season. Wow. Alright, Hamilton is suspended. That's why his name was in red. He's going to miss 3 games. Nino Niederreiter got hurt, so not going to play for 3 weeks. It's not the end of the world. Austin Matthews extends his point streak to 13 games. He had a goal and an assist against Pittsburgh. Brad Marchand's point streak ended at 14 games. It was held scoreless against the Arizona Coyotes. David Pastrnak extends his point streak to 15 games with a goal in that game against Arizona. Oh, Brandon Gormley comes back in the NHL at the age of 31, signed a 1-year contract against, with the Jets. FG, you just need to start playing with ghost players. Just turn ghost players on and move on. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. So why didn't you trade him? Is it because you were afraid of losing too much fan loyalty or something? I need to address the Niederreiter situation. And I'm gonna need to recall somebody who's been playing well in Belleville. Whoa, Roby Arventi, look at that, 44 points in 41 games. He's the guy that I'm recalling. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Perez has too good of a bat to get rid of. Do you look like you're going to be in contention? FJ, you need to fire your trainer. You need to do something. Maybe have your players play with full body armor or something. Oh, wow. Right, let's advance one more day, and then we're going to be hosting Florida. Oh, so we had a home and home against the Panthers. Look at that. I did not notice until now. Ah, that makes it interesting. I like when you still fight until the very last second to figure out if you're going to make it. Braden Shen extends his goal streak to 5 games. He had a goal against the Kings. Alright, Florida's in town. Expose. I don't stream as much anymore, but Expose are still 4th in the East in a very strong division. That's pretty much what's going on. Right, Florida is in town here, 24-16-3 now after the win against us. They are now 6th in the East, 2-1 against them. Of course, we just played them. Let's beat them. Spencer Knight in net for Florida. Philip Gustafsson in net for us. Go Sens go! Come on, we need a W here. Thank you. 4-1 win here against the Panthers. We outshot them 41-18. That's pretty good. Tim Stützle was the first star of the game. He had a goal and 2 assists. Neil Pionk was the second star with 2 assists, and Mason Shaw was the third star with an assist. I don't have that much time. I do a lot of overtime lately. So I don't have as much time as I used to have. So that sucks, but it is what it is. So FJ, did you completely give up on that challenge that I had given you with the expos? Or did you just not complete it and not tell me? Or failed it and not tell me, rather? Alright, so we had a sellout crowd. Thomas Chabot scored first in the first period. That was a power play goal from Tim Stützle and Mason Shaw. Then Florida scored. It was tied at 1. Then Patrick Kane scored from Angus Cruikshank. 2-1 Ottawa after 1. Then nobody scored in the second. And then in the third period, Tim Stützle scored from Drake Batterson and Neil Pionk. And then Juraj Slavkovsky scored on a power play. That was his 15th of the season. And it was in an empty net from Tim Stützle and Neil Pionk. 4-1 Ottawa, the final score. Oh, FJ, I knew it would be a challenge. You would have had to win that really early. Alright, we have some news. Austin Matthews extends his point streak to 14 games. He had a goal against the Dallas Stars. Shea Theodore is going to miss 3 weeks in Vegas. He had a strained abdominal muscle. And Alex Pietrangelo has competed in 1,000 games in that same game. Didn't get a point. Pietrangelo is 34 and he is a 3.5 star player. Alright, we are now in Buffalo to play against the Sabres. Oh wow, look at, oh my god, that's going to be a really long road trip we're going to have there. What the hell? What the hell? Whew. Anyway. Alright, Buffalo is 26-11-6. That's good for 3rd in the East. We have not played Buffalo yet, strangely enough. Alright, let's take a look here. We have Buffalo as Lukonen, the goaltender that's hurt. He's not going to play. Other than that, they are pretty healthy. So they have Prosvetov and Martin Jones in net. Then on D, they have Schultz, Piluche, Dahlin, Bryson, Miller, Yuki Arju. Then up front they have Jeff Skinner, Jonathan Huberdeau, Robinson, Tuck Krebs, Paquette, Cozens, Lemico, Middlestad, Gambrell, Tatar, Smith, Olofsson, and Quinn. They have a pretty good team. Maybe a little bit weak on D, but they have a pretty decent team. Alright, we're going to need to win this year. Alright, we're going to go with Matt Murray in net, Ivan Profetsov in net for Buffalo, and of course, go Sens, go! Ah, we lost 4-3. Alright, we lost 4-3 in Buffalo against the pretty good Sabres team. We outshot Buffalo 44-35. Alex Tuck was the first star of the game. He had 2 assists. Thomas Chabot was the second star with a goal and an assist. And Dylan Cousins was the third star with 2 goals. Josh Norris opened up the scoring in the first. That was a short-handed goal from Thomas Chabot and Jacob Bernard Docker. It was 1-0 Sens. Then Buffalo tied the game. It was 1-1 after 1. The second period, Buffalo scored twice. It was 3-1 Buffalo heading into the third period. They made it 4-1 early. Then Tim Stützle scored from Neil Pionk and Josh Norris, made it 4-2. And then Thomas Chabot from Brady Tkachuk and Patrick Kane. It was 4-3, but it was too little too late. We lost by 1 goal. Oh, Eric Brandstrom is our... It's nice to be able to keep my players. I'm sure your players are happy to be kept as well. Alright, so yeah, we have Eric Brandstrom, that's hurt. We're gonna need to take care of that. I don't know who I am going to recall yet. Yeah, 2 to 3 weeks. Again, not the end of the world, but, you know. He has a hyperextended knee out for 3 weeks. Yeah, the Yankees like to spend money, I heard. Braden Point extends his assist streak to 8 games with a goal and an assist against the Rangers. Austin Matthews extends his point streak to 15 games with an assist against Arizona. David Pastrnak extends his point streak to 16 games with a goal against the Oilers. There was a trade. Ooh, you wouldn't see that in real life much. A trade between Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. Tony DeAngelo is going to Philadelphia for a first-round draft pick. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, I have to take care of the Brandstrom situation. We are going to keep... Alright, who do I want up? It's gonna be Mintyukov. I already called him up once, and he played a game this season and got an assist. So Mintyukov it is. Yeah, the owner goals are weird sometimes. I wish that they would spend some time fleshing them out a little bit more. Make them a little bit better. Who knows? I would have to go... we would have to go and check. Jeff Carter has recorded 1,250 games played in his career. Didn't get a point. And that was against the Stars. Jeff Carter is 39 years old and he is a 2.5-star player. Cade Nielsen improves at right wing. That's good. Nino Niederreiter ready to return to practice. That's also good. And now that Jeff Carter has reached that benchmark, he's being put on the block. Yeah, we'd have to check. Let's check contracts. No, he's not going to be under contract. Wait, we just drafted him, so he's going to be over here, more than likely. It wasn't a Swiss guy he told me to draft. It was an Italian guy. It was this guy. Oh yeah, he has a Swiss... So, playing in the SL, he has 41 points in 35 games. That's not too shabby, man. We might have a superstar in the making there. Oh man, I just left. Okay, let's go back. Hey, Kel. What's up? Are you feeling better? We picked him in the 7th round, FJ, and he's putting out pretty decent stats so far, so who knows? I am not going to get overexcited, but yeah. Alright, so Arizona's in town. They are 17-24-1. We have not played Arizona, so let's see what players they acquired to just reach the floor. Hey, yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, college orientation, huh? Alright, so Jake Virtanen is hurt. He's not gonna play. Cam Deneen is hurt, not gonna play. Zygmus Gergersons is hurt, not gonna play. Other than that, they have Vejmelka in net and Coronar. Shane Gustis Bear, Capobianco, Chikrin, Metter, Moser, Hall, Deneen, Attard on D. Milano, Donato, Ketter, Dezingle, Gunter, Gergensen, Schmaltz, Geeky, Stranges, Yaskin, Gusev, Barabanov, and Glendening up front. Yeah, they're definitely a team for sure. So did college orientation help you any? All right, let's win. Karel Vejmelka in net for the Coyotes. Philip Gustafsson in net for us. And of course, go Sens. And we lost 5-2. We outshot Arizona 33-29. Nick Schmaltz was the first star of the game. He had 3 goals and an assist. Barabanov was the second star with a goal and an assist. And Shane Gustis Bear was the third star with 3 assists. 16,745 people in attendance for the Sens in Ottawa. Arizona scored 3 unanswered goals in the first period. It was 3-0 Arizona after 1. Then Lassie Thompson scored in the second period. That was his 5th of the season on the power play from Patrick Kane. 3-1 Arizona at that point. Then in the third period they scored again. Then Angus Crookshank scored his 10th from Igor Sokolov and Thomas Shabbat. Made it 4-2, but they added 1 more goal and that was the end of the game. Well, that's good. Definitely good. I know that, it's really hard figuring out what you want to do with your life, especially when you have to make that decision fairly early in your life. Nick Schmaltz has a memorable game. As we said, he had 3 goals and an assist against us. Dougie Hamilton is back from suspension. I can use him, thank you. Braden Point extends his assist streak to 9 games. He had an assist against the Islanders. No suspension for Lafreniere, not Lafreniere. Do not get them mixed up. So no suspension for him. Victor Arvidsson extends his goal streak to 5 games. He had a goal against the Red Wings. Austin Matthews extends his point streak to 16 games with a goal against the Sharks. Ryan Johansson has achieved 600 points in his career. He had an assist against the Edmonton Oilers. Ryan Johansson is 31 years old. He's a 3-star player. Alec Martinez is hurt. He's gonna miss 9 months with a ruptured disc. Oof. Alec Martinez is out for a while. Josh Fluker, Maxim. Oh, okay. That's scouting stuff. Alright, Kel, take care. Alright, we have a day off and then we're going to be playing against the Columbus Blue Jackets. It's, I believe, our last home game for a while. I have to double check. But we have that giant road trip that's coming. We're going to need to do good on that road trip. That road trip is either going to kill us or solidify our spot in the standings. Good night for Ryan Strome with the Rangers. He had a hat-trick against Carolina, and David Pasternak extends his point streak to 17 games with an assist against the Flames. Alright, Columbus is in town. They are 20-20-4. That is good for 11th in the East. We have not played Columbus. Let's take a quick look at their team here. Oh, a few injuries here. Gustav Nyquist is hurt, not going to play. Samuel Johannesson is hurt, not going to play. And Zach Werenski is hurt, and he's also not going to play. Right, and then Patrick Laine has a hamstring cramp. He may or may not play. Right, so it's Tarasov and Merzlikins in net, then Mario Ferraro, Butcher, Bean, Gleason, Boquist, Maniscalco, and Bernie on D. Max Domi, Laine, Bellows, Dudas, Jenner, Roslovich, Selinger, Malatesta, Voracek, Chinnikov, Bjorkstrand, Bemstrom, Shane Wright, and Lind up front. So Columbus has made Shane Wright a right winger, apparently. He has 30 points in 41 games so far this season. Alright, Merzlikins is in net for Columbus. We're going to go with Matt Murray. Go Sens go! Ooh, we lost 3-0. That's not good. Right, we were outshot 32-27. Merzlikins was the first star of the game, 27 saves, the W and the shutout. Jake Bean was the second star with a goal and an assist, and Shane Wright was the third star with 2 assists. 17,000 people, which is the maximum capacity in our arena for this game. Columbus made all of their scoring in the second period, and that was it. Not a whole lot to talk about. We got shut out. I don't want to talk about it. So I am not going to. Alright, who else? I think we play Buffalo next, yep. Right, so we have 3 games left in January. Braden Points assist streak ended at 9 games. He did score a goal, too, against St. Louis. John Carlson played in his 1000th game in his career, got an assist. That was against Montreal. John Carlson is 34 years old, and he's a 4-star player. Marc-Andre Fleury has recorded 1,000 games played again as well in his career. However, his team lost, and Fleury is 39 and a 2-star goaltender anymore. Austin Matthews extends his point streak to 17 games. Yep, he had a goal and an assist against Nashville. David Pastrnak extends his point streak to 18 games with 3 assists against Vegas. Pretty good game. Cade Nielsen improves at right wing some more. And Brandstrom feeling better. That's good. Now, I said that I have a couple more. Okay. Sanderson is day to day. Okay. Alright, a few days off, and then we're going to be in Buffalo to play against the Sabres. Alright, one more day off. There's no news today. No news to speak of. Oh god, now we got passed by the Lightning as well. That's terrible. Memorable game for Sebastian Aho. He had 4 assists against the Oilers. And Austin Matthews extends his point streak to 18 games with 2 goals and an assist against Chicago. Alright, in Buffalo, they are 29-12-6, second in the East. We lost 4-3 earlier against Buffalo, so we're going to try to beat them this time. It's in Buffalo again. The super long road trip has now officially started. Philip Gustafsson is going to be in net for us. Martin Jones is going to be in net for Buffalo. And of course, go Sens. Another 3-0 loss. Wow. We have lost our offense, folks. We are unable to score goals anymore. We outshot Buffalo 28-25. Martin Jones got a shutout in the NHL. Peyton Krebs was the second star with a goal, and Rasmus Dahlin was the third star with a goal as well. Not a whole lot to talk about because, yet again, we were shut out. And it sucks. Right, suspension for Quentin Musty, 6 games out for the Vancouver player. A night to remember for Brock Besser in that same game. He had 4 goals and an assist against Colorado. And Philippe Daou improves that right wing. That's good for him. All right, we have 3 more days off, and then we're going to be in Dallas to play against the Stars. Suspension for Brett Howden. He's going to be out for 1 game. James Van Riemsdyk has played in 1,000 games. No point for him. That was against Anaheim. Van Riemsdyk is 34 years old and he's a 3-star player. Jesper Bratt has been put on the block in New Jersey. That's a player I might be interested in. I'll have to think about it. All right. We are continuing to advance here. Austin Matthews extends his point streak to 19 games with a goal and 2 assists against the Flames. David Pasternak's point streak ended at 18 games. Didn't get a point against Pittsburgh. Evander Kane extends his goal streak to 5 games with 2 goals against the Capitals. And Nathan McKinnon has a memorable game. He had a hat-trick against the Kings. 1 more day off and then we are in Dallas to play the Stars. No news, and we are in Dallas to play. So 26-18-3 is the Stars' record. We did win against Dallas 5-3 earlier this season. Let's see if we can beat them on the road. Let's see if we can score a godforsaken goal for a change. Matt Murray is going to be in net for us. Anton Khudobin is going to be in net for Dallas. Go Sens. Let's score some goals here today, please. We won 2-1. Not the greatest offensive output still, but this time it was enough to win. A 2-1 victory in Dallas. We were outshot 37-33. Angus Cruikshank was the first star of the game. He had a goal. Esa Lindell was the second star with a goal. And Matt Murray was the third star with 36 saves. Right, so Dallas scored first in the first period. Then in the second, Tim Stützle scored from Artem Zub and Drake Batterson. Tied at 1 after 2. Then in the third period, Angus Cruikshank scored from Igor Sokolov and Thomas Chabot. It was a 2-1 victory. Roby Yarventy improves at center. Alright. Right. And then we played the very next day in Nashville against the Predators. Sam Annis has been put on on waivers. Sorry. Mitch Marner has reached 600 points in his career. That was a 2-assist performance against the Kings. Mitch Marner is 26 and a 5-star player. Austin Matthews extends his goal streak to 5 games with 2 goals and an assist in that same game against the Kings. That was 20 straight games with a point for him. Timo Meier extends his assist streak to 8 games. He had an assist against Boston. Lucas Raymond extends his goal streak to 5 games with a goal against Vegas. Suspension over for Brett Howden back in the lineup. And there was no stopping Rickard Rakell in Anaheim. He had a hat-trick against Seattle. Alright, last game of January. We are in Nashville to face the Predators. They are 29-16-4. We are 1-0 against Nashville. We crushed them 6-1 on home ice. Let's see if we have a similar fate for them here on the road this time around. Philip Gustafsson is going to be in net for us. UC Saros is going to be in net for Nashville. Go Suns! We lost 3-2. We were outshot 46-29. Luke Kunin was the first star of the game. He had 2 goals and an assist. Tim Stützle was the second star with a goal. And Philip Forsberg was the third star with 2 assists. Nashville scored first in the first period. Then Juraj Slafkovsky scored from Artem Zub and Ridley Gregg. It was tied at 1 after 1. Then in the second period, Nashville scored twice. It was 3-1. Nashville after 2. Then in the third period, Tim Stützle scored from Alex Formenton and Drake Batterson. There were still 6:17 left to go in the third period, but we could not tie the game, and we lost 3-2. Auston Matthews extends his goal streak to 6 games. He had a goal and an assist against the Flyers. That was 21 straight games with a point for him. Lars Eller played in his 1000th game in the NHL, didn't get a point. That happened against Chicago. Lars Eller is 34 and a 2-star player. Vili Koivunen has a strong game in Carolina. He had a hat-trick against Vancouver. William Lagesson is injured in Edmonton. He's going to be missing 5 months with a torn back muscle. Suspension for Ryan Strom of the Rangers. He's going to miss 9 games. Mark Scheifele is hurt. He's going to miss 5 weeks with a an elbow strain. And that's the scouting. Not really going to look at that. Then I'm going to sim so that we're stopped on February 1st, like I always do. Excellent passing leads to productive night for Aaron Ekblad. He had 4 assists against the Flames. The most sold jerseys for Ottawa: Patrick Kane, Drake Batterson, Thomas Chabot, Matt Murray, and Tim Stützle. Development report, I like to look at that. Alright, so that Cade Nielsen guy got some points and some stuff, and he's starting to learn new positions too. I like that. Get better, buddy. Patrick Kane lost some acceleration. He's getting old. The most sold jerseys in the entire NHL, and Z Kopitar is first. And the player of the month were Auston Matthews and Tristan Jarry. Alright, so again, we had kind of a mitigated month. We didn't do completely horrible, but we definitely didn't do great either. As a result, we are now 4th in the East. And yeah, Toronto made a separation, although we have 4 games on. But they have 73 points and we have 62. So nothing is a given at this point. All right, let's take a look. Ooh, Montreal had a surge there. They're not the worst team anymore. Wow, Seattle could be in the playoffs if they continue to push a little bit. They could be in the playoffs. All right, we are going to look at our stats. Right, so our best player is Patrick Kane. He dropped off the point per game pace. He has 42 and 45. Stützle has 40 and 49. Mason Shaw is 33 and 46. Pionk is our best defenseman, 31 and 46, and then it just goes down from there. So again, our offense is pretty diversified. Like we have a lot of players that their point totals are kind of jumbled together. So we don't have a clear cut like superstar that's like the guy we are relying on. So that's just not happening. Let's take a look in the entire league and see what's going on in there. Austin Matthews and Connor McDavid both have 38 goals and they are leading the lead. Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid both have 59 assists and are leading the lead. And Connor McDavid leads the entire league with 97 points. So unless he gets hurt really soon, he is going to be reaching 100 points. Our goaltenders, as usual, we're not going to see ourselves here, I don't think. Not in stats that matter. I guess Matt Murray has a 2.58 goals against average, but that stat doesn't really matter to me. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and save my game, and it is time to call it quits for today. So as usual, I would like to thank you for tuning in. Special shout out to FJ, Giordano, and Kel, who have kept me company for a while. And if you're catching this on YouTube later and that you like the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And until I roll this game again, I'll see you folks next time. Thank you.